Hello, hello, hello everyone. Welcome to this timeless ASMR tarot reading. Today I'll be doing a reading designed to give you insight into where you are on your journey right now. I want you to think of this as a check-in with the universe, a way to better understand your energy, what might be shaping your path, some of the challenges that you might be moving through, and the guidance available to help you step into your next chapter. Whether you're here with questions about love or career or simply your personal growth, these messages are meant to just meet you where you are right now. I'll be doing the reading with the Waite Tarot Deck. Before we begin the session, I want to just quickly kind of show you some of the artwork and imagery that you will find in the Waite Tarot Deck. It's the most common deck used, especially for beginners. So you may already be familiar with some of the artwork in here and what the cards look like, but I thought I would show you just in case. This is actually my second deck, one that I purchased myself not long ago, and it served me very well so far. So I'm hoping that it will also bring out really important messages that you need to hear as well. So, I want to create a very calm and clear space for this reading. So I'm going to start by lighting a candle, really as a symbol of clarity and intention. And that's something that I tend to do at the beginning of every session. So let's grab the candle. This is the Voluspa Goji Taroko Orange candle, which is one of my favorites, as you can see. It smells really, really good. So let me get my matchbox. Hopefully it won't be too loud. I do like to kind of sit with the fire for a little bit. I love the way that the wood burning smells. Maybe I'm weird, but it just smells really good. And I know this is probably dangerous, so don't do this at home, but as it goes out, it just has that nice smoke and scent. So, now that we've lit our candle, I'm just going to place it a little bit out of frame here. Maybe that's a little too in the way. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what I like to do next is to place my hands over the cards and just clear my mind, close my eyes, and I invite you to do the same with me. Close your eyes. Just let go of anything heavy that's been weighing you down lately. And I invite you to take a deep breath with me. Inhale fully and exhale, letting go with that breath. Okay. So the first step in any tarot card reading is to shuffle the cards. And I've just done that off camera, but I'm also going to do some overhand shuffling as well. And as I do this, I want you to focus on your intention for this session and what you're hoping to get out of it. I want you to consider your life and your path and what you really need guidance on right now. Or maybe you don't want to, focus on anything specific and you want to remain open to whatever guidance comes through to you in the reading. And that's totally fine as well. As I mentioned, this is a timeless session, so whenever you find this video, trust that the messages are meant for you in the moment. Alright, so I've gone ahead and pulled a 6-card spread here, and I've laid it out very simply, just to allow it to fit in frame. But this is essentially a personal path spread, so each card represents a stepping stone on your journey. This first card will show your current energy and where you are right now. The second card is going to reveal the root cause or the deeper influence that is, shaping your path. The third card represents a hidden truth that you might not fully see yet. The fourth card is the challenge that's ahead of you, or the obstacle that could block you. The fifth card will give you guidance on how to move forward from that obstacle. And then the sixth card is going to show you the next chapter that is opening up for you. So the first card is the Knight of Wands. So it's basically telling us that your current energy is very passionate. In the Rider-Waite imagery, the knight is charging forward with his wand lifted really high. He's full of fire and momentum. And it's showing that right now you may be feeling restless or passionate and just ready to act. This could be related to your career, it could be related to love or to your personal goals. But whatever it is, you want movement. You definitely want some movement and you would like change. You might be brimming with a bunch of ideas and confidence, but the knight reminds us that he can also be impulsive. So while this energy is exciting, it carries a risk as well of rushing forward without a really clear plan. So that's something to be considerate of. Okay, and moving on to card 2. Okay, so this is the 5 of Pentacles. And this card, as I said, is representing, the root cause or the deeper influence that's currently shaping your path. So in this card, 2 different figures are walking through the snow outside of a lit church window. And it typically represents hardship or scarcity or even maybe feeling left out in the cold. And it kind of shows that the drive that we saw in the Knight of Wands may be coming from a deeper fear, perhaps financial struggle or not belonging or being unsupported. For some people, this could also mean chasing success because of money worries. Pentacles typically represent finances. And then for others, it might show a history of maybe feeling excluded in relationships or, And now you're kind of pushing forward quickly to avoid that pain. So either way, the energy that's beneath your fire here is really a desire to escape lack and move toward warmth and stability in your life. Okay. So the third card is Judgment, and it's showing the hidden truth that you might not fully see yet, which is very interesting. So in Rider Waite, an angel is blowing the trumpet, and people are kind of rising from their graves and are reborn. And that's kind of, rebirth is the imagery in this card. This card is really about awakening and kind of answering a higher calling. So the truth that's behind your situation is that all of this drive, and even kind of the struggle that you're seeing in the Five of Pentacles, is pushing you toward a transformation. And you're really being called to step into your truest self, and to release old stories of lack or rejection and rise into something that's more authentic. So if this is career, then you're being pushed to find work that aligns better with your purpose. Or if you're looking for advice on love or guidance on love, it's about recognizing relationships that call you to grow rather than potentially repeating old wounds. And now, card 4 is the challenge ahead. And as you can see, it's reversed. So I do believe in reading cards in the order that they were placed. So I do read reversals. And the reason for that is because there is a different meaning to a reversal than having it upright. So I just feel like it's the most accurate way to read tarot. That's my personal opinion. But with that said, so card 4 is your challenge ahead, or potentially the obstacle that could block you. So I'll show you closer. This is the Three of Pentacles reversed. And typically upright, this card is about teamwork and building something of quality with others, collaboration. But reversed, it suggests potentially miscommunication or a lack of structure, or even just trying to do everything yourself. The challenge that you face is not about passion, clearly. It's really about that collaboration and planning. In career, this could mean projects that are stalling because, roles aren't very clear, or because you are rushing without a strategy in mind. In love, it could show, relationships where your effort isn't balanced, or where you're not working together toward a shared goal. But really the lesson here is that true growth requires structure, patience, and support, and not just raw energy, if that makes sense. So moving on to our 5th card, which is guidance on how to move forward from your obstacle. And this is the 10 of Pentacles reversed. So again, another reversal here. Upright, this card is about legacy and stability and the long-term foundation of family or wealth. But reversed, it asks you to pause and rethink. What does success truly mean to you? Are you chasing an idea of stability that comes from family pressure or societal expectation, or maybe comparison? So the guidance here is to define success on your own terms. So maybe in career, this could mean building a business or a path that looks different from tradition but works for you. Or in love, maybe it's about choosing the kind of family or relationship structure that fulfills you, even if it maybe doesn't look conventional to other people. What it's really trying to tell you here is that you don't need to follow someone else's blueprint for success. All right, now moving on to the last card, which is the next chapter that is opening up for you. Oh, so we have the World reversed, which is a major arcana card. And actually Judgment is a major arcana card as well. And those typically hold a little bit more weight. So this next chapter is an important one. The World is the last card in the major arcana, and it represents ultimate completion or a cycle that's been closed. It can represent, a sense of wholeness and mastery of something. So reversed, though, it's actually showing you that you're close, but there is something that's still unfinished. You're kind of nearly at the finish line, but there's just one last lesson to integrate or one last little detail to complete. So maybe in career, this could mean that you're almost at a major milestone, whether it's a promotion or a launch, maybe a transition period. But there are still practical details that you need to resolve still. And then in love, this could maybe mean, a relationship is close to reaching a new level of commitment, but there is something very important that must be addressed first. So the message really is, you're really on the brink of success, you're very close, but you don't want to skip those final steps. So if we kind of look at this all as a whole and put it all together, it's clear that you are in a place of passion and urgency. You're kind of ready to leap forward, with the Knight of Wands. But beneath that, there is a root wound of scarcity or exclusion that's driving that momentum. And the hidden truth, and a major hidden truth actually, is that this moment is actually an awakening for you. You're being called into alignment with your higher self, which is huge. And the main challenge really has been structure and collaboration. So it's the cards are calling you to not try to do everything alone, and don't rush past the planning phase. Your guidance is to redefine what long-term success really means to you, and make sure that you're building your foundation on your own terms and not anyone else's terms. And then the next chapter is showing that you're very close to completing a very important cycle, but there is one last step to master before the door fully closes. So together, this spread really tells a story. You're being propelled forward by passion, but the real lesson is to pause and align with your true calling, build solid foundations, and define success for yourself on your own terms. And when you do that, you'll really be ready to step into a brand new chapter with true completion and wholeness. I hope that this reading was helpful. Please let me know in the comments if it resonated with you. I hope to film more of these videos very, very soon. But until then, please take care of yourselves and have a blessed day.